Help you?
Pathfinder Rider, here to see Nilken Rensis.
And there's the guys.
A murderer.
Is he
Wife's
though?
here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story.
She did, yes.
Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
Your legs are really bendy.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
No, I'm a good guy for a change.
Your
Maybe.
wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person.
She is indeed. You can have her babies.
Too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead.
No, you don't.
Security Chief Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
And then he ended up dead. Question mark.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the Chief's chest explode.
Awkward.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
Don't give up. Don't do it. I will protect your ass. I probably won't.
Don't throw in the towel yet. I'll review the evidence. Maybe I can find something that'll help.
That would be great. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
There's no hope. You're a dead man. Well, nice chatting with you, though. It's been a pleasure. So dead. Okay, journal. We'll do this one, yeah. Okay. Gotta be done. Stop, Ken. No, not you, you pillock. Okay, where are the other ones? Yes, first murder, we'll do that one. That was slightly annoying. Howdy.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
There's been a murder.
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Was he though? That's
Yes,
the question.
our first
He
murder
was.
here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
And was found guilty? Isn't that a reach, question mark?
It doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
Well, it could work.
And you assume he's lying.
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As
Cheers,
far as
buddy.
I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
Duty calls. Yeah, it does. It's Call of Duty. Okay, so there's a terminal here. Oh, your husband's dead, man, by the way. Watch the recording.
Versus colonist Nilken, evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Oh yeah, he's fucked. Oh, he's definitely going to. He's fucked. Maybe we can send him like a farewell meal before he dies, because he ain't getting out of this one alive. But that was terrible. That was an awful joke. I should be ashamed. I'm ashamed, fellas. I did a bad thing. I did a whoopsie. Go away, motorbike. Hey, buddy. Cassidy. What's up? You good?
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder.
Oh,
I'm
you
looking
know.
into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with.
No, it's not.
Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him.
Was he though?
Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the Chief. He looked right at Nilkin and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Well, why was the cat there? Question mark.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilkin said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did he regret it? Did he?
Did Nilkin seem remorseful?
No.
I lost sight of Nilkin in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been killed. The reality of the act sinking in.
Well, yeah. Why was the chief shocked? Did he poop himself?
If they'd fought and Nilkin threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To
Au
me,
contraire.
that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Yeah, so he did there. Because they... Okay.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer.
But did you
In
agree?
retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Okay, that's helpful.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Maybe I can go back and examine the body and kick his ass. We can be galactic... Oh, no. Oh, speak to Tan. If I go in there, it's going to trigger something, though, isn't it? Isn't it? I can feel it triggering something.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even
Is it
close
really?
to livable.
That's been true of every world we found. Right.
Your information's 600 years out of date.
Next expedition.
About time.
Good. I was starting to wonder who was in charge around here.
Me.
Director Addison is entitled to her opinion, and mine overrules hers.
Does she know that?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself.
I love you
To
already.
that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the
course it isn't.
challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay. But you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
Awesome.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
Just... Okay, is that douchebag or is that not douchebag?
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer.
Awesome.
And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something
Okay.
wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
What do you mean a confidential matter?
I'm fine.
We still need to talk, the body.
Ryder, you have my condolences for your father.
Cheers.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative.
He did,
I'm
yes.
sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Well, it's not my fault they lost.
Any idea where they went?
Nothing certain, but tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light.
We just won't
Do
tell
you
them they were
have
lost.
Some other business?
Yeah, there's been a murder.
I'm looking into the Nilken Rensis murder charge.
And
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
Finally sure we're going there, actually.
usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
He might not have done it.
I'm hoping it proves something else happened.
This case has been a political nightmare. With all we've been through, the people need stability.
What's
I
them?
hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done. But if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll
As
send
you
the
do.
coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Missing arcs.
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian
Oh, they're
arcs
all
are
Solarian arcs.
completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Additional arcs, question mark.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave. But before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
So they are going to be Taurians, Koreans, and yeah. Okay, awesome. They'll eventually put them in, I'm guessing. Oh, yeah.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
It's maddening.
What's their problem with you?
They don't
I
like
am
you.
not Gian Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis.
Oh
I
dear.
was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
Awesome.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Awesome.
Right. Sorry.
This one.
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed
We're
hundreds.
fucked. Basically, in
Them
short.
our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
Is she, though?
How did Jean Garson die?
She
With
pooped.
the rest of the leadership, when the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Gian Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Maybe she's alive.
We came
Maybe
across
not.
alien technology on Habitat 7. It seemed to affect the weather. Your people know anything about that?
There have been reports. Failed scouting missions have mentioned advanced structures of unknown design. Whatever they are, they defy explanation. But with our resources stretched so tight, no one has had a chance to study them. And what if the answer was bad for morale? Suppose these things turn people into food. All we know is the Cat are interested in them. I'd rather not stir things up.
Maybe you should. Just a little bit.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, Perhaps a new beginning. We
To
are the
begin
bravest
again.
souls each
I've been playing
species has
Fallout
to
recently.
offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Initiative Origins.
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As
There's a
most
lot of
everyone
talking in
knows,
this.
Jean Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth. Wealthy. Young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she
With the Reapers
persevered.
and all.
And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons, one for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness. Finding the thing that eludes them, the thing to fulfill them. While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
Well, they're fucked if they don't find it, because they can't get back. Well, maybe in another 600 years, but it's still 1,200 years you've missed from the original galaxy if you fuck up.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Take the Jennifer. Oh yeah, they still got the Jennifer, haven't they? The Krogan's back home, don't? If it's any consolation.
Why don't you
Probably
like
not.
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts.
So
Or
you
if
knew
they
it
bring
then.
their tempers to Andromeda, we'll all be dead.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats.
Orson.
Whether that's the cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
Question mark forward stations?
What can you tell me about forward stations?
They're Orson.
Afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
Oh, Yeezy, thanks,
That's all.
dick face.
Thanks for your time.
I'm happy to help. You will find our futures depend on each other's success. Good luck.
Oh, well, thanks for the good luck. Appreciate it, pal. Okie dokie. There's a lot of missions we can do. So there's First Strike, Militia Office. Then the next dispute with the scientists. Okay, then there's the Arms Merchant, Cash Office. Then the next dispute with Cash. We'll do all that next time. For the time being, I'm going to take a break because my back is killing me. This chair's really uncomfy today. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I've been Jim and you've been amazing. If you like something like and subscribe, I appreciate it dearly. Put a comment down below, and as always, stay awesome. I genuinely hope you enjoy the game.